Okay, so this is the first video that I'm doing in a series of videos that I plan to do. Um, the purpose of this video and my channel is I'm gonna kind of document my journey into the trucking world, and also obviously in the beginning, kind of talk about my transition. Um, I have seen some other content on YouTube relating to starting a company and the steps you need to take, but I think my story's a little different, and I just want to put it out there in hopes that it provides some some information and maybe helps someone out that may be going through a similar situation as mine. Um, my my background, so I don't have a trucking background per se. I am a concrete contractor by trade. um, I do concrete work, at concrete, asphalt, landscaping, and any type of tractor work or hauling that may come from that. um, Concrete work is something that was given to me or taught to me by my father. Um, my dad moved. We're here in Denver, Colorado. My dad moved out here from Texas in the late '50s and was was one of the first black concrete contractors in Colorado. He may have been the first actually, but a lot of my family came out here and worked with him as well. So a lot of my family has done concrete, and it was a lot of the guys were older. I passed it on to some of my younger cousins, and but it's kind of a family trade that most of the men in my family have done at some point. Some of them chose to do other things. Some of them were concrete contractors, like myself or my father. I had a cousin who really helped me out as well. He was a big concrete contractor, and then one of my older brothers was a concrete contractor as well. So just a little background information. I've had my actual business for the better part of 19 years, and that's on the business side. I've been doing concrete work for about 30 years. So I did it obviously some time before that, and it's something that I don't have any complaints about concrete work. It's been good to me. I made a lot of money doing concrete work, and not that it's a bad field to be in. It just doesn't fit my lifestyle anymore. And I want to just kind of document my transition from concrete or construction in general to the trucking field. So a couple of the reasons that I've decided to make this change, and they're all kind of equally weighted. I'm getting a little older. Concrete work is really a young man's game, and the way I have to do my work, I can't really hire like a foreman or anything to go out there and get to it, just because I can't keep concrete hours, I guess, or a steady schedule, just because of the rest of my lifestyle, which I'll get to in a little bit. So, there's concrete work is taxing on the body, and I'm looking for something a little easier. I tore my Achilles a couple years ago as well, and that was kind of the catalyst to start my concrete company. So also, my lifestyle, like I said, I'm a single father, and I have my kids every other week. So I go a week with them, and then they go back with their mom for a week. And in that week, I really can't get much concrete work done. I dropped my youngest kid off at 9 o'clock in the morning, and by about 2 or 3 o'clock, I'm having to pack my stuff up and, go drop my truck back off, go get in my other vehicle and start picking kids up. So, on the weeks that I have them, I might get 5 hours in a day. I do get help with my kids from my mom. She'll help me anytime I ask. But I, I, not that I don't lean on her. I want to lean on her less, and let her enjoy her retirement. She just recently retired. So, back to my Achilles. I tore my Achilles in September of 2019, and that was the original thing that got me to, start pursuing the trucking. When I tore it, what I did was I had a Chevy C4500, a Kodiak back then, a flatbed, and I started advertising that truck and my dump trailer then, which was a 14-foot dump trailer. And I got some. It wasn't like I was just making $1 million, but I stayed busy with that truck and trailer over those couple months, busy enough to know that I could probably do that as a living. So initially, what I was going to do is just get a 40-foot trailer and just do some hot shotting with that 4500 truck. And what ended up happening is I was kind of dragging my feet doing it. I had got my permit, but I didn't go, get my CDL. And my leg got better, and I ended up kind of getting back to concrete work. And I never got my leg really looked at besides the initial visit and going back one more time. So I didn't go through the physical therapy or any of the rehab, and it was like the beginning of COVID, so it was kind of sketchy getting into the doctor's office, and I'm just honestly not real good at following up on things like that. So I just kind of pushed through. I would say my Achilles is about 60 to 70% now. I can do pretty much everything on it. Like I can a light jog and like some, low jumping, because I still, I go to the gym and I coach basketball and football. So I'm still, pretty active. But it's not all the way back, that's for sure. And I can feel it. So when I initially started to get into that trucking field, that was what made me do it, and that's the reason why I got going initially. So what I'm gonna do in this video is just kind of go over everything you need to get your trucking company started. I have a couple of those things already, and I'll go through that as well. And then, the purpose of, this series of videos is I want to document my transition from, doing concrete work to getting my own authority, getting my CDL, and, actually getting out there on the road and start to, drive. I just want to show as I make that transition. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through what is needed to get your own authority and get your business going, and then I'm gonna just cover what I already have, and then we'll go from there. So what you're going to need to do is get your business registered, obviously, with the state, whatever state you're in. We're in Colorado, as you can see. So business registration, you'll need to get an EIN number. You'll need to get a DOT number, and You'll also have to go on the FMCSA website and pay the fee. I think that was like $300, and get your MC number going. With that, you'll need your insurance to get your MC. Um, you'll obviously need to get a truck and trailer. If you're, if you're going, under your own authority, you will. You'll need to get your permit and CDL. You'll need to get your IFTA. You'll need to get your equipment, your truck and trailer DOT inspected. You'll also have to get set up for your drug and alcohol program. And you'll need to get a BOC3, and that BOC3 is going to, be one of the things you need to get your own authority. And then you'll also need to get your DOT and physical. And what that DOT and physical is going to do is get you, you'll need that to get your actual, your before you get your permit. That's how it is in Colorado. You'll need to show them that before you get your permit. So what I've done already is I've already done my business registration. And I have an EIN number. Also have a DOT number. I did fill out the FMCSA paperwork already and pay the fee, but I did that initially 2 years ago, and I think they only give you like a month or 2 months to finish that up, and if you don't, they make it invalid. I just have to go back in and fill the paperwork out again. And then once I fill the paperwork out, I'll have to send my insurance in. I think you have a 25-day period before, your FMCSA goes active or something like that. You have, send your insurance in. So my plan is, first and foremost, I have to get my license. I've already got my permit. I did that like 2 weeks ago. To be honest, like I read the book, like one evening, and then I went online and on one of those apps and did the practice tests. I actually got not all of them. I got most of my endorsements. So, I got my tanker endorsement. I got my combination endorsement. I got my hazmat endorsement. I pretty much, did everything besides the passenger stuff. Like I don't plan on driving a bus or anything like that. So what I have to do now is get my CDL. I'm not going through a school or paying $1,000 for somebody to teach me how to drive or anything like that. I have a couple friends that are in the business, so I'm going to jump in. I'm going to jump in with them and do some driving and just make sure, I have it figured out. As far as the pre-trip inspection, I've been just studying the book kind of on what you need to go over. Also using YouTube. There's some good sites out there. There's some good videos out there of exactly how to do your DOT and pass your DOT and pre-trip. And that's my plan. I plan on in the next week or so getting my CDL. So, first video of the series. Hope you guys find some of the info helpful, and see you on the next one.